Alrighty, let me just double check before I get into my intro. Move this over yonder. Let's just see. Alright, and we are in fact live. So, hold on one second. What the? Alrighty. That was weird. Alright, there we go. Alrighty then, what's going on there, people? I'm your host, ETX, and you are watching ETX Live, where tonight, like last night, however, I'm not going to veer off like I did last night. I went a little overboard last night, and I was a little few too many claws in as well. Not that I was out of control or anything, but sometimes when I watch my stuff back, it's just like, yeah, I was even thinking of just taking it down just because. So I'm just going to recap basically what I was talking about last night. This isn't going to be, well, I'm going to try, every time I say this is going to be a long stream, I'm going to try to not make this such quite a long stream. All right. Let me just move this over here. But yeah, a lot of crazy shit has been happening in the LCU, and so we're going to be reacting to it, obviously, right? As the title does say. Real quick, just want to get it out of the way. Obviously, like I said, I say it in the beginning of every video, I'm not monetized yet. I'm almost being monetized. So, if you want to help me in the channel out monetarily, you can do so. Feel free, whatever you want to do. If you choose to do so, you can super chat via Cash App at ETX666 right there. And when you send whatever you're going to send, there's an option to leave a message. And when you do so, that in turn will be your super chat. Question, comment, etc., etc. If I see it while I'm live, I'll read it and respond to it live. If I see it on the live stream replay, I'll respond to it the next time I'm live. Okay, so either way you slice it, I'll respond to whatever is in your message. That is for sure. Non-monetarily, very simple. It's a few little taps, a few little clicks, easy peasy, what a sleazy, and just forget about it. Of course, like the stream. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Subscribe. When you subscribe, be sure to hit the notification bell and set it to all so you get notified every time I upload a video, a short, or go live like right now. Share the video. Share the stream if you feel so inclined. Go to my channel. Browse through my catalog of videos, to which there are hundreds. Going laggy. That's just a thing my OBS does every so often. But yeah, browse through. Start a playlist, whatever. I have playlists for everything. I have getting close to around 600 videos. So yeah, there's quite a bit of content to make, and of course, there's always more content coming down the pipeline. It's just a matter of obviously making it, right? Right. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not going to, what was the word I'm looking for that I did last night that I don't want to, let me go down a little bit here. I don't know, I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, I'm not going to go off the rails, as it were. I was yelling quite a bit last night and swearing a lot. I mean, I swear, obviously, when I talk and stuff like that, but I was just more so last night. And actually, I also wanted to see how yelling sounds on my mic. To which, I don't know, it sounds fine, I guess. It's hard to gauge when you don't hear yourself as it's happening, you know. And even if I have my headset on, I have it to where I don't hear myself in the headset. I could turn that off to where I can, but even so, it didn't cut out or anything like that. But But yeah, there's a few things going on. So there's Sweet Tea, there's Thick Gemini, there's iVixie, and yeah, aside from that, there's always stuff to talk about when it comes to hosts and the LCU hosts and co-hosts alike. Uh, but we'll start off with Sweet Tea, like I did last night. And like I said, this is going to be more or less just a summarized version of last night's stream, everything I was talking about. Uh, but starting with Miss Sweet Tea. Sweet Tooth, as I like to call her. Because she's toothless. Um, so, up until, a few days ago, I had no problems with Sweet Tea at all. Like, always liked watching her. I thought she was entertaining on Bus with Scooter. In fact, I think that's where she should be. She was at her best there. She is completely out of place on Locale Live. It is not for her. She should be taken off the show, put back in Locale Bus with Scooter, and call it a day. She's completely out of place. She's quiet a good majority of the time, not paying attention to anything, looking at her phone, doesn't know what's going on, doesn't know what's being talked about. When she does add her 2 cents in here and there, she's like, huh? Oh, like her big commentary is, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, really? She's a fucking dunce, fucking airhead moron, okay? Don't take my word for it. Go ahead and watch to see what I mean. She's a fucking idiot. She does not fit on Locale Live. Locale Live is a shell of what it used to be. But even so, she doesn't need to be on this show. There's literally no purpose of her on this show. She's not herself. She brings nothing to the table. She's not funny. And anytime that she does talk, it's just annoying nonsense. Cringy as cringy gets. She's an idiot. She's a fucking backwoods, fucking white trash, trailer trash, wherever the fuck trash she came from. Trash, garbage, okay? She's a fucking stupid. But the way she was on Bus, as of just recently, compared to now, it's almost like some type of invasion of the body snatchers type shit. It's like she's a completely different person. She even looks different. Like, she looks like, I said this last night, she looks like she aged about 10 years in the last month or so. Yeah, fucking Sweet Tooth. I went to the dentist. I had a toothache. He done took all my teeth out. He said, might as well just take them all. I said, okay. You know what? This bitch has probably, multiple fucking medical malpractice lawsuits that she is too stupid to even think of, let alone pursue. This bitch had all of her teeth removed. She's like 29, 30 years old. Fucking, ugh. Anyway, I'll play a little bit of her on just to give you a little recap so you can see what I'm talking about. It doesn't really matter what night, tonight, last night, the night before, all of which are the same. The hell was that? I got my work phone right here, and should probably mute it, but anyway. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a sip and a vape, and you could feel free to do the same. What you vaping on, what you smoking on, what you whatever on, let me know. But she's an idiot, that's for sure. So let's go over and see what an idiot she is. Don't let me speak for her. Let her speak for herself. Where are we at? Nope. Wrong stream there. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Okay, let me move this over here. Or no. Excuse me. Oh, what am I doing? Oops. There. I suppose we could go to tonight, because it really doesn't matter what night, you know. It really doesn't. Oops. So, oh boy. So the first, okay. So the first night, the first thing with her, she went to Dollywood in Tennessee, or Keem mistakenly invited her to go, and she has no transportation. She doesn't have a vehicle. She doesn't have a license. She doesn't have fucking anything. Right? She's an idiot. Gets picked up, there and back, whatever, at Keem's expense, obviously. This bitch wants to bring her kids with her. It's an LCU, IRL trip, and this fucking idiot wants to bring her children. I don't know if she has multiple kids or just a son and like her little sister or some shit. I don't know. I heard kids. Like, I don't really give a fuck. But either way, there should have been kids there. Like, what was the point of? She's an idiot. You know what the point is? Is because she's such a white trash idiot. Her brain is thinking, well, I don't know when I'm going to be able to do this again on anyone's penny, so I might as well bring everyone I can and get the most out of it. By the way, the only reason that Sweet Tooth is in the LCU in the first place, when she went and tried out for a show, she literally said this on the tryout. She's like, the only reason she tried out was because she thought she had a chance to talk to Keemstar. That was it. No online experience, no filming experience, never live streamed. I don't even think she owned a PC. Was doing everything on her phone. And then one thing these fucking morons do when they call on these shows, they hold their fucking phone vertically in portrait. They're too stupid to know to turn your phone sideways so you're in fucking landscape. It's 2025, almost 2026, and they don't know to put their fucking phone in landscape when they're on a Discord video call. And these motherfuckers don't even say anything. People do this time and time again. Like that drunk bitch that was on there tonight, Candy, fucking Rock Candy, as I call her too. Another fucking meth head, fucking backwoods idiot. Like, she's in portrait, and it's like fucking sideways and like looking up. Like, great angle there, you fucking drunk bitch. Holy shit. And she's on an Obama phone. Like, they would joke about the Obama phone stuff, but she's literally on a fucking Obama phone. Fucking stupid bitch. Anyway, but we'll play a little bit of her dumb shit. She talks over people. Like, she's constantly looking down, looking at her phone, because she's a host, mind you, on the #1 show in the LCU, Locale fucking Live. Doesn't run OBS, doesn't do anything, doesn't come up with show notes, show ideas, anything. No contributions whatsoever except showing up, and then she can't even do that on time. She's late. Late to your online job that you work from home. This fucking stupid bitch. And she's not alone. There's many retards right along with her that do the same exact shit over and over and over and over, and it's okay. I say, and it's 100% true, the words fired, quit, and ban have zero fucking meaning in the LCU. They mean nothing. So, yes. Anyway, and this bitch is so dumb. She's staring down at her phone because she's too stupid to know that you can open more than one window on your fucking PC, on your monitor. Because they go live through Discord. When you're in a Discord call, if you're just in Discord, you just have your window and whoever's in the call with you. So that means you only see yourself on video and who you're in the call with. That's what she's looking at. Doesn't see chat, doesn't see donos, doesn't see, gifted memberships, doesn't see anything. This bitch is looking down at her fucking Obama fuck phone, okay? Not realizing that, hey, stupid, if you fucking go to the... Oh, my God. I even sent this shit to her, no response, But, bro, like, you could have 4 windows open at the same time. You can have OBS in this corner, fucking Discord in this corner, the stream in this corner, and something else in the other corner. And even in OBS, you could have the YouTube chat in OBS itself, so you could see. So there's 2 options to have your YouTube live chat in OBS itself and there in its own window. But this bitch just has one window open looking at her fucking phone. The shit is crazy, dude. And this bitch is on the main motherfucking show. Anyway, and so what started me on my hate run of her, because like I said, I liked her, I had no problem with her, but now I can't fucking stand her. She's unbearable. It's unwatchable. Like, anytime she speaks, I'm just in the chat, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Of course, she would see it if she actually had it pulled up. Oh, my God. But anyway, when she was invited to this Dollywood in Tennessee, she goes to her backwoods mom and says whatever that knows nothing of, the online world or whatever. And she tells her, well, you don't know these people. You don't know what they're going to do. They might want to kidnap you and sex traffic you. And then this bitch says that she's worried about going because of this. And if anything were to happen, then she would sue Keemstar. And this shit's real. It's not a bit. At least I would pray that it was a bit. But it isn't. Anyway, let's just listen to her fucking yap about nothing. She's an idiot, man. My God, is she an idiot. If ever there was an idiot in the LCU, it's Sweet Tea. Like, retarded retards.
Because she's friends with you, and she's friends with...
Let me put this on so it doesn't... Actually, no, I could just mute my mic so it
with
doesn't pick
Keem,
it up.
and she's friends with Michael. Nah, your bitch is a two...
It with your chest out. Sweet Tea and Booster, please.
So I'm just going to skip through a few things. I don't know when her stupid talking points are, but as you can see, her dumbass face, she looks different. And I'll go back to, Locale Bus, a few weeks ago. She literally looks different. She's... Dude, I can't with this. So anyway, I'm going to have my mic muted because I don't want to put on my headset. And I don't want my mic to pick up the audio coming through my headset. So I'm just going to mute my mic, and I'm not going to have any commentary unless I pause or whatever, but I'm just going to skim through a little thing so you can hear this idiot talk briefly, very briefly, because I can't take more than a few seconds of it. All right, so yeah.
between no exit and I have no mouth.
Well, hello and welcome to the next
Century. Take the century. Since everybody wants to call me out on this, I don't give a crap what John McTiernan says. All right, John McTiernan.
Proved to me at the time that Santa was real. Like my mom not having the same. Christmas wrapping paper, the words, the name Santa was not written in my parents' handwriting. It didn't seem like to me as a kid.
Friends of family, okay, or relatives. It's not uncommon for parents to get other people to wrap gifts and write the shit out. It's not uncommon.
No.
Yes,
No.
that's literally what my parents would do. They would get my grandmother to do it.
It literally says B circuit shows will now redirect to.
I gotta make sure it gets covered.
Where I have been replaced by a rogue attorney version of myself. I hereby.
So Rastov came up with this chat GPT.
The weight of it all.
Rastov came up with this chat GBT apologize for this fucking imbecile to read. I'll play this, and I won't play anything else, because this is all you need to see, okay?
I wish to stay with the serious.
Let me try and get it from... It goes on for like 5 minutes.
You said if you talk to viewers, you're probably going to get
That's what we'll
fired.
give it.
Dude, you don't even know how many people are messaging me asking why I'm not talking to him anymore, and I don't message them back. I only talk to my old women.
And that's maybe the reason why she didn't respond to the DM, because Keem told her not to message any viewers, and, you know, she doesn't have a mind of her own, so, you know.
Friends.
Okay.
Even though I was trying to help. And I messaged her about, previously, about having multiple lawsuits for medical malpractice, but, you know, whatever. Anyway.
Safe!
You want to talk about Dollywood for a second?
Well,
Why?
that was my next thing. So you kind of have to make an apology, remember?
Yes.
For yesterday. Not ringing a bell?
I didn't realize I was going to have to do a full-blown apology.
I mean,
where is it? Do I have to make it up?
You're supposed to want. You're supposed to have your own apology.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
You have to apologize to Keem.
Okay, I guess that was a little fucked up.
Yes.
But I didn't mean it to be fucked up.
Well, you still want to go,
Well, it
right? You
was.
still want to go, right? So, like, you have to
He ain't gonna
apologize. You
take
have to
me.
make it right.
How am I going to make it right?
Well, you have to apologize and take back what you said.
Okay. So I just say it
This
from the
before
heart?
they went to
Or...
Dollywood.
Say it
So this
from
is
the
her
heart, okay?
apologizing
Say it
so she
from the
can
heart.
go.
Listen
Okay.
to your
Mistake.
heart
Yeah.
when it's calling
right.
for you.
With all of my shit that I pulled in this universe, especially with accusations and shit, I'm sorry. I know that probably
Talk about losing fucking
scared
brain
you off
cells.
from
Listen to
ever
this.
taking me to do anything, but I mean, I've done that once before, so that just adds on to it, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But I, Sweet Tea, do hereby extend the most grand, eloquent, hypermanganism. What the fuck is this, Rastov? And unequivocally,
Equivocally.
unequivocally,
Equivocally? Oh, yeah.
unambiguously apologize that one human being can be possibly generate without collapsing under the sheer rhetorical weight of it all. I wish to stay with the seriousness of a Supreme Court justice reading a bedtime story that my favorite references, insinuations, and half-whispered murmurs regarding any sort of lawsuit, legal crusade, or
298.
judicial
Yeah, what's up, man? I'm live
knighting
streaming right now.
were
too.
in fact jestful fabrications of the highest order. There were comical engagements, performative flourishes, and theatrical embellishments derived purely for entertainment, Keem. Levity and monetary drama seasoning. Under no circumstances, celestial, terrestrial, metaphysical, speculative. Do I have any intention, desire, or capability of even remotely
Quantum Chris 5028 super shattered $20. Dude, she doesn't even remember what she said or can't comprehend the logic of bad optics. Can't ever be authentically
I know what
sorry
I
if she
said.
can't understand when or how she ever does wrong. Stupidity
What
and
the
ignorance
fuck are you
truly.
talking
These are her
about?
own words, okay? These are her own words.
Yeah, these are my own words, you jackass. Clearly, I understand the gravity of the situation. Okay, here I'm going to continue with the well thought out manifesto I wrote on my apology. I swear.
She can't.
Or otherwise associate myself with any manner of legal action against you, Keemstar. I swear with the solemn
apology.
and it's
Solemn.
God.
It's not solemn. It's got an N-I-T-Y next to it. Of medieval oath and emotional intensity of a soap opera finale that I will never, ever, ever pursue legal litigation, arbitration, confrontation, or any word ending in ton.
Line was too long.
Mute her.
That applies legally. Legal hostility. Not today, tomorrow, not in any condensable timeline, unless we enter some bizarre mutual multiverse dimension where I have been replaced by a rogue attorney version of myself. I hereby affirm, avow, proclaim, and categorically promise that I, in everything previously stated, was a joke, a jab, a gist, a jovial jab, and should be interpreted with the same seriousness one grants to a fortune cookie or a raccoon reading a tax form. You have my word.
Okay, I can't take it anymore. Even hearing it just through my headset is too much. Anyway, that's Sweet Tooth. Do you understand now? If you're not from the LCU, I apologize that I put you through that. If you're in the LCU with me, then you already have been subjected to this. And so we've had enough. And she thinks she's funny. She thinks this is funny. What's funny is how retarded she is. And then Keem comes on and says, okay, apology accepted. Then he takes her with, which is a huge fucking mistake. She went off. She left the group at some point with her fucking litter. It's just so disrespectful, off doing her own thing to the point where she was gone for so long that Keem just left. I don't even know. But anyway, we're going to be moving on from that. What else? I guess we could move on to iVixie. So, all right, so iVixie. Hold on. Ivixie, I've never had a problem with. I always liked her content. Going back, before or around Becky or whenever she came in. I know. Yeah, what's up, dude? It is. It literally is. You would think it is, but it's not. Unfortunately. But Ivixie, I'm friends with her in the Discord. Message every once in a while. Never had any issues with her or anything, but she's a VTuber, okay? Virtual YouTuber. You're just like a digital avatar, which I wasn't sure what kind of program she had, because it has little movements and shit like that, her avatar, and like blinking and doing this. And I thought that it was like maybe camera based, to where it was just mimicking, like, of course you can have your character look however you want or whatever, but like as far as the clothes and stuff like that, like I don't know if it just animated like your actual body, animated so it's what you're wearing, it's what you're wearing and whatnot. It's just animated, because it has like movements, or like when she's laughing, like it'll catch little, as she's speaking and laughing and like winking and doing this and that. But no, it's not a body. It's not like a virtual camera motion capture type thing, which I was thinking maybe it was. Like I think I asked her. I think I tried asking that before in the chat. Like, is it actually like just animating whatever? But no, that's not no. And I recall her. So she's from the Netherlands originally. I don't know where she's living now. I could have sworn that at some point she said that she was living in the Philippines, because she's in some other country when it's nighttime here, it's daytime there, and vice versa. And just based on her voice, I swear I swear she was Asian. I thought she was Asian. I guess maybe, I don't know, I like categorized it in my mind because I remember Philippines, and then just based on her voice, and then all the anime and stuff like that, I swear I thought she was Asian. But she's not. She's white as snow, which was a shock. It wasn't really a shock, but like, anyways, I'm getting a little ahead. So Ivixie, she's this VTuber. There was talks of her coming to the LCU, blah blah blah, but she always refused. Keem doesn't like VTubers, and he wanted her. He was saying if she were to come into the LCU, that she would have to cam up and show her face and stuff like that, and she didn't like that. And he said his reasons why, which made sense. But she refused to, or whatever, and some people had their conspiracy theories and speculations as to why doesn't she want to show her face. Some people thought that she was a man, with a voice changer. Some people thought that she's fucking fat, which seems to be the reason. So I guess on her channel, well, not I guess, on her channel, she put up a goal. I didn't see this happen or whatever, but at the time, but she put up a goal for her to do a face reveal. Now, when I hear face reveal, that makes you think camming up, showing your face, what you actually look like now in 2025, right? Wrong. She did the face. I happened to see the other night, I was at work. I just had an earbud in when I was at work, and looking at my phone periodically or whatever. I was more or less just listening, but I saw that she was doing this. I was like, oh, I want to see this. And like, I guess, I don't know, however long into it, her her face reveal is showing her old content from between a decade ago up until 4 or 5 years ago was the latest. The closest it was to present day was 2021. So that's 4 or 5 years, depending on how you cut it. That's not a face reveal. And she basically all she was doing was reacting to her old content, which I believe was on Twitch and I guess some other platforms. But she must have downloaded all this and had it on a hard drive or something. But yeah, so she was just showing herself on these streams before she was a VTuber throughout the years. And throughout the years, she progressively got bigger. And she was even saying, yeah, I gained weight from, at this time. And then from the last one that she was actually on camera was, like I said, sometime in 2021. And she mentioned multiple times that she's gained even more weight since then. Okay? But this was the whole stream. It was just her face reveal showing her streaming on, her old content. She never showed what she looks like now. She never came on camera. And then she said at one point, she's like, at the end of the stream, I'll show you a picture of more recent, which she did not do. And what I wanted to know, I might message her and ask her, but when she made this goal, which by the way was a $2,000 goal, so it was $2,000 just for her to do this. But what I want to know, when she made this goal, did she make it clear that the face reveal is just all it's going to be is her showing her reacting to her old streams from 10 years ago up until 4 or 5 years ago? Like, was that in the equation? Because if not, and I'm not saying she did, I don't know if she did, but if she made this fucking $2,000 goal for her to do a face reveal, and all these people donated to said goal, and then she hits it, and then this is what they get, oh, I'd be pissed. So I don't know. Maybe they did know. Maybe that's what she said. I'll do my face reveal in the form of me reacting to my old content. And maybe she mentioned the picture then too. And then at the end I'll show a picture of, what I look like now. Or more recent, which I don't know if she said that, I'm just saying. But she did say that in the stream, to which she did not do. So, let's get into this. And by the way, her voice, this is another thing with her voice. Her voice does not match what she looks like at all. And another thing, not only does her voice now not match what she looked like then, but it also doesn't sound the same either. Her voice in these streams, you can actually hear more of the accent of her Nordic accent. What's your opinions on Thick Gemini? I'm going to get into that after I fix it. Viper, I'm going to get into that right after this. That's the next topic. I was talking about Sweet Tea first, and then Vixie, and then I'm moving on to Gemini after. It's just been a clusterfuck of shit happening. I was saying in the beginning that I wanted to do another stream tonight, going over this, just recapping what I went over last night, because last night, I don't know, I was yelling a lot, I was, just pissed off, and, I don't know, when I watch my stuff back, sometimes I really cringe out, I get really cringed out by it, and I was like, I don't know, I want to do another one, I don't know if I even want to leave it up, but, yeah, I'm going to get to him next. Anyways, So, yeah, so, what the hell was I saying? Anyway, yeah, so here's the face reveal. Here we go. Oh, I was just saying, oh, her voice, yeah. So her voice doesn't match what she looks like, and her voice also doesn't match how she sounded then, which, you know, again, there was streams from as far back as 10 years ago, but when I reacted to my old content, which I did also recently, which I think I'm going to do some more of that again, even my very first video on YouTube, which was in 2011, you know, I might have sounded a little different. I was more like reserved, like a little bit more shy and stuff in my first video or two, but then after that, but like my overall voice basically, I mean, it was basically the same. It sounded a little different, I guess, but there is a huge difference in her now and her 4 years ago, and that doesn't add up, okay? Do you think that people felt scammed from iVixie? Well, that's the thing. When she made this goal, I don't know if, when she made the goal, the $2,000 goal, I don't know if she said that she was going to do this in the form of reacting to her old content. I don't know if she did that. If she did not do that, and she just said, I'm going to do a face reveal, this is the goal, blah, blah, then yeah, absolutely, that would be 100% be a scam. So I need to find that out. I'll see what I can do. I'll look into it. If anything, I'll just message her and ask her. But yeah, back to her voice. So again, it doesn't match what she looks like, and her voice doesn't match either, all right? And I even asked her in the chat, I said, Vixie, are you using a voice changer? And other people have asked her about this before, and she says no. But then she saw, when I was watching some of the footage, she said, she was talking about the voice, and she was saying how now that she exaggerates, she said she exaggerates her voice, but that's the same thing as using a voice changer. Like, what do you mean you exaggerate? Like she sounds like like when you hear her voice, I picture like a little petite, tiny Asian, like fucking anime gamer girl. Okay, to which she is not. Like, she's not tiny. She's not Asian. She's kind of big, and she's white as snow. All right? She has to be using a voice changer. There's no fucking way that's her natural voice. And even 4 or 5 years ago, you could hear the Nordic accent in there as well. It was kind of deep, kind of. But you be the judge. I'm going to play it right now. Right meow. Okay, this was just the other night, like I said, 3 days ago, so 3 nights ago, but, oh, whoops, okay, let's go from the beginning, let's put my headphones on, I guess. By the way, I don't know why it's taking a while to load. I just got a new router, that I just hooked up, and it's supposed to be way better, but I don't know, maybe something's just, I have full bars, full 5G signal, so I'm not sure what's happening here. Let me just go back and try it again.
Option?
Alright.
To be back.
What the? Why is Becky in the beginning of the video? I mean, it's an old Becky stream, but I didn't even...
Oh, my volume's low. Zoe must have messed with things again. So hello, everybody who came over from the BBU. Thank you for following me back to the LCU. We are back, baby, and it's going to be amazing. So yes, some of you might be mad. Some of the people from the LCU might be mad. Some of the people from the B...
Okay, who did I get? Probably nobody. Okay, maybe one, at least one person, right? Please, one person.
She doesn't have the live chat replay on. Okay. But I think it comes up on her screen, or I know she puts certain messages up there, like leaves them highlighted, but anyway.
Listen, it was the funniest theory, okay? It's the funniest theory I had so far that I was actually Becky, so I had to. You trolled the hell out of me. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank goodness. Old name. You guys.
Yeah. So she starts talking about.
Go ahead.
You know what her old streaming name used to be, etc., etc. And then she just goes throughout the years. Like she starts, I think, like 10 years ago, and up until like 4 or 5 years ago, 2021. All right. So we'll just hold on a second, and when she's on screen, unmute it. Yeah, I was thinking, like I said, that her, whatever program she uses, that it was like, just animating, you know, her, or some of like, you know, I don't know, but anyway. Okay, let's skip ahead a little, and we'll get to her voice here. So, Pixel Me Sane was her name.
Me saying it was my name, guys. And that's me. Oh no, am I clipping off a dude's penis? Yeah, well, I guess I was always a little silly.
Get all the bags.
Hey, man.
Even when I celebrate, I was a lot more chill.
I was trying to aim to your face.
You're not afraid you'll set fire to something?
It's me, guys. It's me. I've gained some weight since then. We'll see that happen as well. I played a lot of games. You're seeing like a variety of things happening. Dying Lights. This is like, what is it called? The Witcher. Oh, you guys did not get to see me here. Oh, I'm on the other. Live streaming has been the best experience, right? It's like you're using the study in a way, right? But you're like elevating your ability to like talk to people, manage communities. Oh my god, it's amazing. It's definitely a genre of it.
Hey, y'all people give me that $5,000. You're welcome.
Every single donation will trigger a sound with Savage's voice when she commented on my face last night. She thought she was doing something new. She decided to go live last night on someone else's channel. And expose me apparently. And she showed my face and she thought, oh wow, I'm doing this for free. She got her information wrong as well. Obviously she thought it was $5,000. It wasn't, it was $2,000. Doesn't matter. It could have been $5,000 if I wanted it to be. But yeah, and then she decided to shame me. I don't know, man.
I hope the day and the
Tina was in the chat.
And problems are over soon.
Thank you so much, Bob, for the 2 buckaroos. My Caucasian woman radar never lies. Yeah, you're right. I'm beefing with Savage? I wasn't, dude. I did a...
That was me asking the question. And by the way, it's like when I was trying to play some of this last night, like I was trying to find it to where she wasn't talking. Like she keeps talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, like talking over herself talking. I just want to hear her voice.
Stream. I did 2 streams on her this week because I thought it was... Yeah, so this was me in 2019.
Okay, so 2019.
Why you gotta hide yourself?
6 years ago.
And like a little cartoon character with big old ginormous boobies.
Big old ginormous boobies. Thank you, Buffweave. Most women put on tons of makeup. Yes, doll themselves up. You went out there All natural, no filters, no nothing. You should be proud of it. Thank you. I was never much of a makeup person. As you can see, there's not much of that going on. Yeah, like what's that different? You know, what's that different from doing the makeup or using an avatar, whatever it may be, you know? Nowadays you can go live with like AI as well. All expressions are just mimicked by this AI.
I'm gonna play her
streams. I was a very chill person with a chill community, and that is a big reason why.
When is she not talking, bro? Like, there's so much of this that it's just pause and she's talking and talking and talking. Like, I want to hear how she sounds. Fuck.
You hear a slight difference. So if you go to, let me. All right, let me see. I had one with a bunch of faces. I think it was this one. So my internet was struggling, as you can see.
Bro. Come on.
I'm very understanding of like the fact that content different that girl show up.
Oh my god.
Roasty sounds.
She need help getting donos. It was funny because she didn't do it on her own channel. She had her.
Bro, if she would stop talking for a minute, we can hear her. Like, as soon as she starts talking, she pauses it and starts talking. Come on. God damn, this is what was happening the other night when I was trying to show this. Okay, here.
My mom and dad just got a divorce last month. I went to dinner with my mom and
these are so funny. If you guys ever find the incels again, let me know. Go home and fuck chat. Go home and fuck. Thank you so much for and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Sporky.
Right there, she sounded more like herself, but still.
I understand 100%.
Again, if she would shut up for like a minute and let her old content play so we can fucking hear it.
Oh, you know.
Bro.
100%. Even nowadays.
Let's see another.
I have a clean house, yo.
As soon as she starts,
because throughout the 7 years.
Do you see this? As soon as she starts talking, she fucking pauses it. What is happening here?
A suffer a woman.
I need help.
Most pretty girls don't need a ton of makeup. You'll see so many examples.
Dude. Getting annoyed.
Shows up on the internet, you know. Everything is the same. I do feel like, looking back, I'm a much more chill streamer. Like, I turned around, and we got the guy. It's great stuff. I was so happy. Once a dork, always a dork, 100%. You love Elite Dangerous? I haven't played it in years, but I played it at the time. I had a lot of help. I was very confused. Same thing with Star Citizen.
Bro!
Do I have a Star Citizen clip? Oh yeah, I also used to do drums.
Do you see this?
Before
nothing worse than a hairy shoulder, right?
Oh yeah, that's just me talking about hairy shoulders. Oh, he was me drinking.
Oh my god.
I used to do drunk streams before Twitch banned it. Yeah, well, okay, it was different.
Oh my god.
I didn't know how to make shots.
Well, I'm trying to get like a 5-second clip of her speaking, but you see, it's kind of impossible to do that.
Puss in Boots, it's a fun show. It's a good show. There were.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
That was a fun one.
There she goes, pausing it again. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, what happened? What happened? My reflexes. Okay, this was when I gained more weight. You can see it in my face. 5 years ago. I love horror games, and this was. I think this game is called Visage or Visage. I used to call it Visage. It was so scary. This is a great game if you like horror and you haven't played this. It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is when it faded, right? This is when it started to fade, and that's what it looked like. Just completely like bleached.
Stuff too. Oh god.
Okay. So before she starts yapping again, just from that little clip, this is 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, it's 2 complete different voices.
Did you see the face?
Stuff too. Oh god.
Fall Guys too. That was fun.
On the app, don't donate yet. Just wait for us.
And I
Like, I don't know. You tell me. Do those two voices sound the same? There's like little hints of it, but it literally sounds like two different people. She's clearly using a fucking voice changer. I mean, come on.
this
Not that I fucking care, but to say that you don't when you do, like, come on, man.
Penny over here.
Like, is there a clip more than like
This is what happened when someone would.
Is there a clip more than 2 seconds of her talking on her old content to where she doesn't start talking over it immediately?
Was the top tier screen, and this was all in 3D overlay. To this.
Rubber. I'm sorry, that was a bit loud.
Me too.
I'm from Earth.
Oh my
Me
god,
too.
six pack. We have so much in common. No, you did not, you freaking deer. Bambi killed me. Oh, that was so close. I thought I had him. There will
Imagine
be
Vic's caring about being
strippers,
loud.
There will be coconuts
It
and
still happens
party
sometimes.
bushes. All the things, all the inappropriate things for
Literally
children.
2 different voices. Deeper.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Nick, for the 50,000.
Anyway,
Dude, Mixer
you
was
get the
epic.
drift,
Do I
man.
have anyone in the chat who knows about Mixer?
Oh my god.
Damn! Look at that blood. You're so happy to be able to have someone on and
I should quote believe in the community. So that's what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, this was the crystal. I did mention at one point that
And yeah, I asked her on this stream in chat if she uses a voice changer, and she responded to it live. I don't know where it is or whatever, but saying no.
and then at some point
Anyway, so yeah, that's about it. I can't take this anymore. So we're gonna go over to thick fuck. Let me just cue this up here. Yeah, so between the voice between the non-face reveal, not even a photo of what she looks like now, to the voice being completely different, and obviously using a voice changer or some type of voice changer. Okay, it's not like it's using it's maybe her voice, but she probably has an equalizer for her voice, making it more high pitched, or doing this or doing that. So maybe when I ask the question, are you using a voice changer, she says no, because technically she's not. Maybe it's just some sort of voice equalizer. I don't know. But anyway, so Mr. fucking Fat Boy here. Now, Thick Gemini. I have a little bit of a history with Thick Gemini. I'm going to go back to full screen for a minute. So I have a bit of a history with Fat Boy. This is going back, obviously. Well, he was in the LCU the whole time that I was, watching Queens and other shows, Lookout Queens and other shows. Obviously a fan of Becky, a viewer of Becky. Hold on, let me catch up. See what you say. She wouldn't make it in the drama community, 100%. Yeah, it's clearly a fucking voice changer. That is not her voice. I wasn't able to see it in those exact clips, but when I was watching while she was live the other night, when she wasn't fucking talking over it or talking nonstop, you can hear the Nordic, her Nordic accent, and also just her voice was deeper, much deeper than what it is now. It's like very high pitched and like again, if it's not a voice, like an actual voice changer to where, like, okay, you'd have a demon voice or this voice or that voice or whatever voice, she may have a voice equalizer, turning the treble up, turning this up, turning that up. Either way, though, it's a fucking voice changer. At the end of the day, it's a fucking voice changer, obviously. And then, again, when she made her $2,000 goal to do this face reveal, I don't know if she said in her face reveal it's not going to be her camming up, it's just going to be her reacting to her old content. And that, in turn, will be the face reveal. I don't know if that was said or not. If it wasn't, then that's a whole nother can of worms there. Because that's 100% a scam, and it's fucking bogus. I mean, just in that sentence, iVixie's face reveal. What do you think when you see that? This is a VTuber who strictly stays off camera, and then you do the goal, and then you do the stream, iVixie's face reveal. That doesn't make you think, oh, now we're going to go watch her old content from a decade ago and 5 years ago, 6 years, whatever. 4 years ago, 5 years ago. That makes you think she's going to stream cammed up. That's what I thought she was doing. But no, that's obviously not what happened. So yeah, I'll have to find out if she specified that when she made this goal or not. But we shall see. Moving on to Thickety Thick. So, I never had any real beef or problems with him or whatever. It was kind of like same thing with Becky. He was just talking a lot of shit, but it was all in good fun, That changed until, and we were friends on Discord too, even. That changed some months back. This was back in the summer, I believe. It's when Becky first left the LCU and made her own network that obviously has fizzled out and failed and died since. And Becky herself has just basically quit the internet. Yeah. However, she did, OBS going laggy, she did make an appearance about a week ago in one of the LCU's, one of the shows, in one of the chats. She made like one comment, and I didn't see anything else. It was her, though, it was bizarre. But yeah, aside from that, radio silence, nothing. You wouldn't even know, that she's alive. Hopefully she's alive, but I mean, because she heavily struggles with a lot of mental health issues. She has severe mental health issues. Anyway, yeah, so anyways, what I was saying was I didn't have a problem with Gemini until this one particular night. But before that, when Becky first made this chair is squeaky. I have a different chair because Thor is on my other gaming chair, sleeping. So I didn't want to disturb him, so I grabbed my other computer chair. But anyway, what the hell was I saying? So yeah, when Becky first left the LCU and made her own network, the BBU, and at the time, okay, so I, of course, went over to the BB. I didn't leave the LCU, which, like, some people seem to think that wasn't the case. I stayed in both universes because I consider myself a mutual viewer. You know, I like the LCU. I like Becky. I want to see, you know, what she does. And what I was trying to convey and make people understand at that point was just that I was a mutual viewer, and I've been watching Becky for X amount of time, and then just because she leaves the LCU and goes off on her own, along with Roxy and Savage at the time. I think at first it was just Roxy. I'm not exactly sure. But if they go off... Now, if I've been watching them in the LCU for X amount of time, and I enjoy their content, everything like that, and then they happen to quit and leave the LCU and go off and do their own thing, then of course I'm going to want to go see what they're doing. Now, I could have just did this silently, which a lot of people did. They would just watch. They wouldn't, you know, engage in chat or anything like that, whatever. But of course I did. And then, you know, came shortly after Voldemorted Becky, which basically it's just blacklisting her, more or less. And he tried to enforce... that if you're in Becky's server, you're going to be banned from our server. And that didn't stick, of course, but at first it was. But that's neither here nor there. But one of the things that drew me into the BBU, aside from the fact that I just wanted to see what they were doing, what she was doing to begin with, and Roxy and Savage too, more so Roxy, but because they were both on Milkers, Locale Milkers, Mafia Milkers, whatever. But so aside from that, another draw to the BBU was the fact that Becky, at first, this is what she said. She said, in the BBU, hosts and co-hosts they can have their own channel. They could talk about their channel, their personal. Said, if you don't have your own channel, your personal channel, she would help you create a channel and then also get it monetized. Which was a huge draw into the BBU because unlike the LCU, you can't self-promote, you can't talk about your own channel, you can't do this, can't do that, and Becky was welcoming all that with open arms. At least, that's what she said. That was not true, okay? Well, more or less. She didn't do any of what she said, basically. She shouted my stuff out and, like, pinned it in chat, like, a couple times, and that was about the extent of that, and for other people as well. And then there was stuff with Vixie, because she was trying to tell her that she can't, because she was making Becky look bad, and she can't do this, can't do that, and can't have this person on, blah, blah, blah. And she didn't do any of the stuff that she said she was going to do as far as hosts personal channels and promoting their channels and helping them helping them gain an audience and a following and viewers and help get them monetized. Like, this was like a wild fucking, thing that she said she was going to do that would draw a lot of people in, and it did. And, right away, I subscribed to the channel. I became a paid member, got in the Discord, in her Discord server, which is all gone, by the way, now. And I was also modded on her channel because before she quit the LCU, I was a mod on Queens. Multiple times, actually. I was modded by Becky, like, 3 times on Locale Queens, I believe. The first time I was mod, she ended up unmodding me, and she did it while they were live one day, or and it was because me and her had a little falling out, and she was saying fuck you to me, I was saying fuck you to her in chat, this and that, and she unmodded me. But then we made up, and then I came on panel another night, and I said that we made up this and that, and then she modded me again. But then one of the times that Becky quit, they fucking demodded everybody. And like there was a shitload of mods, but they just did a mass unmodding. But then Becky came back for the very last time. And when she came back, she ended up modding me again. And I never straight up, by the way, I think the first time she just modded me on her own. And the last 2 times, I never straight up asked, hey, Becky, can you please mod me? I just like alluded to it. I was like, hey, it looks like you can use some mods. You can mod me if you want, or something along those lines. That was basically it. And then one of the times, it was either the second time or the last time, she said she was going to, but she was drinking, getting drunk, and then I remind her at one point. I'm like, hey, just a reminder to mod me, and then, whatever. But yeah, so the first time she unmodded me because we got into, we had a little falling out, but then we made up, so she modded me again. That time, I was unmodded, not by her, but, whatever. They just did a mass unmodding. And then when she came back, again, I think this was the last time that she was back, she modded me again, being the 3rd time. But then, when she finally quit the LCU and actually quit for real, they did another mass unmodding. Just because. Instead of doing, instead of investigating each mod, because as a mod, you can see viewers' whole chat history and blah, 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 blah. And as a host or whatever, you can see, mod history. So they didn't even bother doing that. They just did a mass unmod without looking at anything. But anyway, but then when I followed Becky to the BBU, again, I never left the LCU. I just was watching both and followed both because it's a fucking free country. You can do whatever the fuck you want. When I subscribed and became a member over there, she modded me right away. And so then I was a mod on Becky's channel, okay? So that was 4 times that Becky made me a mod. Anyways, back to Thickety Thick. I'm gonna grab another claw. Hold on 1 second. And then my co-host is all cozied up, snuggled up, cozy, sleeping right now. But as per usual, my co-host will make a lovely appearance at some point, and he'll say hi. And yeah, so I'll get him in a little bit, but I'm gonna go grab another claw, and I'll be right back. After these messages, we'll be right back. That shows my age. By the way, yes. So, little thickety thick. Anyways. So, before he became a host in the BBU, the one time when I was banned from the LCU Discord server, and also the LCU Reddit, for promoting Becky, when all I did, I posted some clips of me on panel on Becky's channel, basically talking about, because this was after he was saying if you're in Becky's server, you're going to get banned, blah, blah, blah. All I was saying, I was showing that I was on panel talking about being a mutual viewer and yada, yada, yada. And I was even saying for Becky to go on after Queens, because she was also streaming at the same time that Locale Queens went on. When Queens went live, she went live, to like separate people and all that and this and that. And Keem was separating viewers too, basically saying choose this or that. And then by Becky going live at the same time, that was separating even more. Watch this or watch that. I mean, of course you could watch the replays, but if you want to watch live, you have to choose, right? And I was just saying that I was talking about being a mutual viewer, and then also I think that Becky should stream after Queens. That way there's no divide, and people don't have to choose who they have to watch and all that. And by doing so, it'll bring more viewers to each show. So it'll benefit Locale Live. Whoa, excuse me. Or it'll benefit Locale Queens, and it'll benefit Becky's show, because they're not on at the same time, right? And I posted these clips, and those were the clips that were on Reddit anyway, that were flagged and chosen to ban me for promoting Becky. And then just for the simple fact that I was in her server, that's why I was banned on the Discord. But as far as Discord goes, I was drunk banned by Keem on a Friday, and then unbanned the next morning, Saturday morning, and I don't think I've actually found out until Sunday or something. But then I was banned again that following Monday for whatever, and then I was unbanned, however long after that. And as far as the Reddit goes, because I have two Reddit handles, I don't know if I was actually ever unbanned on there. Sometimes it looked like I was able to post, and other times not. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm signed into the other one anyway now. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. But, so, at this point, I was banned and unbanned in the LCU. But, I'm subscribed to Becky's channel. I'm a paid member on her channel. And I'm a mod on her channel. Okay, on her personal channel. There was this one stream where it was one of the nights that I came up on panel. Like, in the LCU, I came up on panel, I don't know how many times. I came up on Locale Queens with Tina and Mike and Becky, probably a good 10 times, right? I came up on Milkers maybe a couple times. I came up on Live one or two times. I think a couple times I came up on Locale Live with Keem and stuff. Tried out for Locale Dark. I was on panel with Brastoff and Billy. And then, let's see, after that, and then obviously on panel, on Becky's show multiple times. I don't know how many times. And then, aside from that, I think the last time I was on any panel at all in the LCU, I think was just recently when I came up on panel 2 nights in a row on Locale Alpha with Phantom. So, yeah. And fast forward to currently, I'm trying to become a host in the LCU or an intern at first, but I just haven't found the right show with the right people at the right time. And otherwise, I would have tried out other times. But whatever, anyway. So, one night, and it was one of the nights that I was on panel, Jim and I was there, and then this fucking guy, Ron, comes up. He was on, I don't know if he came on I think he came on after, like right after I came on the call. Life with Ron. Okay? He's a fucking weirdo. He's gay, okay, which I don't fucking give a fuck about, but that comes into the equation, and you'll see why. Anyways, he came up. I think Becky pulled me in on the call first, and then for whatever reason, she ended up bringing Ron in as well. Okay, and actually, yeah, I don't know if it was before or after, but he was saying a bunch of weird sexual shit when he was talking to Roxy was on that night, between Becky and Roxy, and they were doing, like, donos for Roxy to, like, eat pizza or some shit like that, but, like, I remember he donated, he wanted her to, like, lick it and all this stuff, and he was making a lot of weird sexual comments and this and that, and then when he was on panel, something was mentioned about someone wanted him to, like, stand up, and he said, I can't stand up because I'm sitting in my underwear or some shit like that. I don't know, just, like, a bunch of weird stuff. And again, I don't know if this is after I came on panel and left the call or what, but at some point, I came on the call, I was on panel, and then Ron was on at the same time. And he started making some comments toward me, which I didn't like. Okay, he made a couple comments saying how I was cute, and I don't know what else he said, but it was directed towards me, and I didn't like it. Like, in hindsight, like, I don't really give a fuck, but in the moment at that time, I don't know this guy. Never talked to him. I mean, I guess I knew of him or whatever, but, like, I don't know this dude from a can of paint and shit. And, like, I was even saying, again, I don't know if it's before or after I left the call or what, but I'm like, this is when I first started seeing this guy, and he was saying all this fucking weird shit. He was saying weird shit in chat. He was saying weird shit when he was on panel. I'm like, man, kick this fucking guy. I'm like, kick this fucking weirdo, you know? But yeah, he was making some comments toward me, and I didn't like. And when he started saying that shit, I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'll fucking, talk to you later. And then I think I came back, and he was still there, and something was said or some shit. I don't know exactly. This was a while ago. Like I said, LCU time is different. Like, a month in the LCU is like 3 to 6 months, fucking real time. But when I came back on, something was said, and then I was saying, like, talking about Rom, like, about him being there. I'm like, well, as long as he doesn't fucking, what did I say? I'm like, as long as he doesn't fucking hit on me, we're fine. And I was more or less, like, joking around. I mean, but I was also kind of serious because I didn't like his little fucking comments towards me before that. Because, again, I don't know this fucking dude from Adam. And he's making these weird comments, and, a fucking grown man telling another man that you don't know, you think you're cute and oh, he's so adorable and shit like that. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here. I don't fucking know you. You don't fucking know me. Like, we're not buddy friends to where you could say shit like that, you know, joking around, and I'll take it and you know, hindsight, whatever. Like, I don't know you. So for you to right off the bat say this shit, like, it rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't like it, and it pissed me off. Not really pissed me off, but I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking weirdo, you know? Now, old Ron and Thickety Thick are friends. And there was another motherfucker, what the hell was his name? Damn, I don't even remember. It seems so fucking long ago. Who was that? That was, oh my god, what the hell was that weirdo's name? Not... Damn, who was that? Was it Null? Not Null. Oh, Shy. Going laggy. That's right. That fucking idiot. Shy Souls. Who is also gay. Gemini, Ron, and Shy Souls, all three of them are gay. I don't give a fuck. You wanna do what you wanna do behind closed doors. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Now, apparently, the night that I said that comment about Ron, when I came back on panel and I was like, I was talking about him being on panel, I'm like, well, as long as he doesn't hit on me, we're fine. Okay? It was like, it was a joke, more or less. I mean, I was serious, but it was also just joking around. Well, apparently, little Ron got offended by that. Now, this is the same person who, just prior to this, is calling another grown man cute and saying how I'm a fucking adorable and shit when we don't even know each other or anything like that. This dude's like in his 50s or some shit, you know? 50, I don't fucking know. And prior to that, was saying all these weirdo sexual fucking comments in chat and when he was on panel, and apparently sitting in his fucking underwear at the same time. So again, I'm like, as long as he doesn't fucking hit on me, you know, we're good. Well, apparently that offended little Ron. Okay? I didn't know that. I was unaware. Apparently he quit the fucking... he quit Becky's network. He left the Discord, all this shit, because of that comment. Which was... He was like taking it as like, I don't fucking know, some anti-gay shit or something like that, okay? So stupid. That was not it at all. It was because what I just explained. Anyways, so a short time after this, I was streaming on my channel, obviously. And that night, I was streaming for like, I don't know, like 3.5 hours or something like that. There wasn't really anybody in chat, as usual. But I was talking to one or two people in the chat, and we were talking about horror movies. And I was talking about one of my favorite horror movies, which is right behind me there, Creepshow. Creepshow 1 and 2. They're two of the best, you know, horror movie series, period. They're kind of like, whatever. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. I love these movies, and me and my immediate family, we all love the Creepshow movies, and we constantly, anytime we're together, we constantly reference lines from the movies, things like that. And it's funny as hell. It never gets old. Could watch it 1,000 times. It's one of those things. It just doesn't matter how many times you watch it. It doesn't. You know, it's like a comfort movie, comfort food, comfort movie. You know. But anyway, I'm streaming this one night, just talking about random stuff, talking about horror movies, this and that, and then all of a sudden, this Shy Souls person, which is in their little trio, or was, and it's kind of funny. Any person that any of these trolls that I had any kind of beef with in the LCU, and the LCU Discord, that would just randomly talk shit at me for no reason when I've never talked to you, I've never messaged you, nothing. They're all, except for like maybe, no, yeah, he's gone. They're all banned from the LCU. They're all gone. It's pretty funny. But anyway, so I'm streaming, like I said, just whatever, just talking about random stuff, talking about horror movies, this and that, and within like the last half hour of the show, this Shy Souls fuck comes in there, which it took me a second to realize, but I'm like, oh, this is that motherfucker. He's one of the Discord trolls, okay? Like I could go in there and say, "What's up, peeps?" and he'll just start for no reason, right? One of those type of people. So we're literally talking about Creepshow, and the Shy Souls pops into my chat. Whatever he said at first, I just saw a new person in the chat. I was like, "Hey, what's up, Shy Souls? And how you doing?" But then he left like 8 to 10 comments, one after another, like in quick succession, right? And he said whatever he said. And I was like, "Hey, what's up, Shy Souls? How you doing?" And I'm like, "Wait, what?" Because he started leaving all these stupid fucking comments, like saying like something like saying something along the lines of, "I'm gay," meaning him. He's like, "I'm gay. I'm LGBTQ. What do you think about that? What do you think of this?" Blah, blah, blah. And then, like, he spammed it, like, gay, 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 like, "I'm gay," meaning him. He was saying, "I'm gay. What do you think about that?" Or some shit like, "I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay," like, over and over. And, like I said, and he just came out of fucking nowhere in, like, 3 hours or some shit. Like I said, it was, like, the last 30 minutes of the show or whatever. So they're talking about horror movies, and then this motherfucker comes in my chat with this bullshit. And what they were doing was trying to get a reaction out of me, which I knew, but I gave them what they wanted, and I reacted anyway. And it wasn't anything major. Like, all I said was, I was like, and the stream's not up anymore because I took it down after, but, and that's another story. But I was like, what's the point of that? What's the purpose? What's the point of that? I'm like, is there a reason that you're doing that? And there was no reply. I'm like, you know what? Get the fuck out of here. I'm going laggy. I'm like, you know what? Get the fuck out of here. You're fucking banned. And then I banned him. And I'm like, you fucking freak ass fucking weirdo. Something along those lines, right? And so they took me saying, "Oh, you fucking freak, you fucking freak ass fucking weirdo," whatever I said, and I was pissed off in the moment. Well, that was those few seconds out of a 3.5 hour stream were clipped and then sent to Becky. Okay? The next day, the next morning, or whenever I woke up, I have a few messages from Becky and some voice clips and stuff, and I still have them. I could play them, but anyway, she's like, basically, she's saying that, she's like, well, blah 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 blah. She's like, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to ban you from the server and this and that, blah blah blah. But she's like, because I'm getting multiple complaints from people that are upset from your stream last night, and my mods are coming to me and saying this and that, blah, blah, blah. And she said, like, her words were a lot of people. Okay, the people coming to her are the ones that were involved with this. And that was probably literally it. Because while I was live, I didn't see not one comment saying anything negative towards me or anything like that. I didn't get any comments towards me like that on the replay of the stream. I didn't get any comments anywhere on any social media. I didn't get any messages anywhere on any social media. Nobody was tagging me in Discord and saying this and saying that and showing clips or doing anything. I heard nothing. So apparently all these people were in a big uproar about this, but only told her. Okay? And by the way, in my history with Becky Boop video, this is all in there. So I don't want to get too into this because I'm getting a little off track here. But anyhow, anyways, so yeah, so that happened, and then, but come to find out what it was a little setup between Thickety Thick and his little minions. Gemini sent him over there in my chat randomly to say all this stupid shit to get a reaction out of me. And Ron also, because he was pissed at me because I said, I made that comment of, well, as long as he doesn't hit on me, we're fine. And then these little few seconds that were clipped that were sent to Becky were 100% taken out of context. If you actually watched the stream, or that minute or two that this whole thing took place out of a 3.5 hour stream, you would see that I did nothing wrong. But anyway, I was saying all that to say that I didn't have any issues with Gemini up until that point. I knew he was a snake from previous shit in the LCU and whatever, but I never had any dealings with him prior to that. In fact, before this, my last contact with him was in DMs, and like they're trying to paint me out as like some kind of like Nazi, anti, whatever, something or another. And it was just way taken out of context and blown way out of proportion. Because if I was any kind of anti-whatever, why would I be friends with him and whoever else? I wouldn't. My last contact with Gemini before that was in DMs. I was asking him about some tech stuff as far as like computer or OBS or something like that, and the last thing I sent him a picture of Thor, and he hearted it and said, "Oh, cute," or something like that. And then like the very next day this happened. He's in the wrong for overstepping boundaries, and you have every right to say something. Yeah. So like I said, I had no problems with him up until then, and for good reason, obviously. And, just from other things that I've seen Gemini do this whole time in the LCU, over this last year in the LCU, on Becky, in the BBU, and now back in the LCU again, he's just a snake. Bottom line, he's a fucking Slytherin snaky snake. By the way, he, later on, I was streaming another night, and I was talking about this whole thing, and then he came in my stream and admitted, well, first off, Becky straight out told me that he did this because he told her, and yet she still bans me even though it was a setup. So she's a fucking bitch for that. I should have never got banned from anything in the BBU, but whatever. That's just fucking history at this point. But he came into my stream and he admitted what he did, and then he apologized for it, and then we like kind of made up more or less, and then he sent me a friend request again because I unfriended him before that and blocked him and shit. But then after that, I accepted. But then, like, either that same day or the next day or something like that, after I was thinking about it, I'm like, you know what? I don't know. Maybe he just wants to keep me as a friend to just, like, you know, keep eyes on me for whatever reason, just to be sneaky. I don't know, man. You know, so I fucking unfriended him and blocked him again. I recently just unblocked him, but I'm not friends with him or anything. But he's just a fucking snake. Not just with me, but with everybody. And then Keem, knowing, like, whatever about him, lets him back into the LCU. And now, just as of a couple nights ago, Gemini was on the LCU show Locale Rain, right? He redirects, instead of redirecting to another LCU show, he redirects his viewers from Locale Rain to his personal channel, and then streams on his personal channel with the redirect from the LCU show. And then he quits the LCU. And it was literally over nothing. And then I guess he went off on some tangent about the LCU being demonic and satanic, and that everyone is demons and all this stupid shit. Like, what the fuck is this? So yeah, that's the scoop on Thickety Thick. And he was making good money. Keem and nobody else did anything to him to, you know, cause him to have this reaction to where he quit and did all this. And in fact, I think it was Keem that said it. I'm not exactly sure, so don't quote me. But I'm pretty sure it was. It said that Gemini is the only host in the LCU that ever redirected to their personal channel. And so that's not the whole scoop. So not only does he do all that, but then Fat Boy creates his own little universe, the Wonderland universe. And then calls his show Reign Supreme. Now, I'll admit, that in and of itself is actually kind of clever. I'll tell you why. When Becky was on Locale Queens, obviously, and then she quit, created the BBU, the Becky Boop universe, and named her show Queens Supreme. All right. Now, all these months later, Gemini go and does this, and then calls his show, because he was on Locale Rain, now he calls his show Reign Supreme. Which, like I said, it's actually kind of clever. But aside from that, like, what? He's gonna quit making good money to fucking nothing, and weirdo fucking Ron, which was his co-host on Rain, went over there with him as well. So we're gonna look at that right now. Behold. Jesus Christ, this is so stupid. Behold, the Wonderland universe by Thickety Thick and Little Ron. Does it say, okay, welcome to the Wonderland universe. Step through the looking glass and tumble down the rabbit hole into an infinite... See, he doesn't even word this right. Into an infinite cosmos of fractured fairy tales and impossible realities. This channel is your guide, cataloging the countless worlds, characters, and bizarre phenomena that reside within the Wonderland universe. Created by Thick Gemini, Life with Ron, and Choomba Queen. Which I don't even know who that bitch is. I only briefly saw her, when I tune in here and there or skip through this and that just to see. But she seems like another fucking brain dead fucking idiot, and she's streaming with them. We'll see how long it goes until it's just Thick Gemini. Same thing with Becky. Before it said host of the BBU, Becky Boop, Roxy, Savage, fucking Gemini, Vixie. Then as time went on, it went shorter and shorter, and then it was just Becky, and now it's just nothing. So fucking stupid. But yeah, this is his little Wonderland, and it's fucking absolutely retarded. Oh, now he's talking shit about Roxy, huh? Oh no, this is coming up. Oh, tomorrow. And this is, I guess this was their first stream. Our response to Keemstar, and Keemstar looks like a fucking demon. Here's this Roomba bitch, Reign Supreme. I don't even think I watched this, or not that I watched any of this. I mean, I skipped through some of it, but let's see what they're saying here. So ridiculous. Let me unmute.
I'm over from ever working with Keem again. Ron wouldn't have to work with anybody ever again.
I don't have to.
Universe that said that everybody.
Wow.
At NeoNeagle69 sent $5.
Oh my! All these emojis. I'm
answered every question.
I didn't need his motherfucking help.
Truly amazing, Gemini. With this fucking whoever the fuck that is, Roomba Queen, like Roomba, like a fucking vacuum. Yeah, you're sucking up fucking dirt on the LCU floor. More like, this is this fucking weirdo Ron, and he is a fucking weirdo.
It makes no sense.
And
how does he have a son?
Sounds like the Woohoo Man.
Is that true though? I don't know if that's true.
What?
He has a kid?
I don't know. It might be his little brother.
Who would even have a kid with that?
Right?
You have to be mentally unstable.
And for clout, and immediately told the boss.
Oh, and I just thought of something that I didn't mention before. When I first went over the BB, oh no, it was the night that I was banned from the LCU. I was already on panel, and I went back on panel because people went over and tattled on me that I was on Becky's panel and whatnot. But even before then, before I said my first word in Becky's chat, I knew that some little troll is gonna go running to fucking daddy and say ETX is in Becky's chat, which happened. I knew it was gonna happen. And then it's funny because these same people that were like, ETX is over here, ETX is doing this, ETX is doing that, ETX is in chat. These same people that are saying that, well, how the fuck would you know if I was there or not if you yourself weren't watching? You were watching, you just weren't commenting in chat, you fucking idiot. So you were there too. It's like, what the fuck? Crazy.
Have I ruined Michael? If you're watching.
I thought they were gonna use me for Becky intel and then be like, bye.
Wait, did you actually think you weren't gonna get paid?
Yes.
Keem's gonna pay you, trust me.
No, he's not.
But he cannot afford
that.
Oh,
okay. That's another thing he kept going on about. Gemini kept saying that he's not gonna get his first check from the LCU, his one and only check. But Keem pays everybody, and like Keem said, why would he not pay him? Like, I don't know where he came up with this. Keem's not gonna pay him. The LCU is fucking satanic and demonic. Everyone in the LCU are fucking demons. Like, what is this shit? And the funny thing about this is, Gemini is fucking gay, right? That in itself is fucking blasphemy, is it not? So what the fuck is he talking about here? I don't know, dude. It's crazy.
Let me show you what his personal
Look at
channel.
Sweet Tea, $2 grand. She's gonna be making 10 grand on this shit.
And again, if you believe in religion and the Bible and all that, that's, you know, believe what you want to fucking believe. To me, it's just fucking stories, you know, man-made fucking stories. Anytime you want a direct answer to something in the Bible, their answer is, well, your human mind just can't conceive of it. And you know, that's a good cop out, you know. But that's just my take. I'm more scientific. I believe you have a soul and this and that, but we're veering way off topic here. I don't believe in. Anyways, like how the Bible is. I believe Jesus was a person. I actually believe he was an alien from somewhere else, and it makes sense if you think about it, but that's a whole other thing that maybe we'll talk about another time. But anyway, like I said, just what he is fucking blasphemy in and of itself. But this motherfucker's talking about they're satanic and demonic and they're demons and this and that. Get the fuck out of here.
Dressed up and went somewhere.
Ron feels left out. Put Ron in there too to be.
No, we could do another goal tomorrow where he has to wear his elf costume.
You have to dress as Santa.
That shit.
No, I already have an elf outfit.
Alfalfa.
An alfalfa.
He has an alfalfa.
I have an elf outfit. What?
Oh my God, Ron's one of the.
And by the way, this Ron motherfucker on his own channel, I think he has like 30,000 subscribers, some shit. In fact, let's go see. Oh, hi! Hold on. Before we do this, let me go full screen. Guess who made an appearance? Hi, babe. Hi, honey. Do you hear him? My co-host has awoken from his slumber. Hi! Hi, baby! Hi! Hi! Oh, you're so talkative, honey. Say hi, YouTubes. Good boy. Oh, big stretch. Come here, you. Big stretchies. Whoa. Say hi, hon. Now that I'm holding him, he's usually not vocal when I'm holding him. But say hi. Say hi, YouTubes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on, babies. Say hi. You're the best co-host ever, right? Perch you up like a pirate with a parrot on his shoulder. What are you doing, honey? Say hi, YouTubes. Look at my feeties. Oh, baby. What are you doing? Huh? I'm just for a second, okay? Say hi, hon. Huh? Look over here. Look. You see yourself? Huh? Say hi. Say hi. Hmm? What are you doing? Okay. This will probably be a thumbnail too. Babo. Thor's not impressed with any of this. Right on? Like a boy. Whoa. Here, honey. Here, hit this. Look. Watch. Good job. Okay. Good boy. That's my co-host. He's the good boy, or he's my good boy. He's the bestest boyo in the whole wide world. Right, Thor? Alright. So, let me put my ears back on here. Alrighty then. Oh, got a hair in the mouth of the can. Actually, all over. Where were we? Okay. Oh. Okay. Alright.
Gemini sucks. Well, you can suck my fucking ass through a wet paper towel. Get the fuck out of my chat.
Say it in a super chat.
What the?
If you a mod and you see anybody being retarded, just time them out for 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you.
What little birdie?
I'll keep that to myself then for now until I figure out more information.
Wait,
Well,
someone
look
in the
into it
chat
right
just
now.
asked even more than Pitt. Maybe not recently. They might have had a couple good shows, but in the average, yeah, we did better than
Okay,
Pitt.
if Pitt made $400 after the fucking cuts, let's see. After the damn thing, they get about $320, and then after Keem robs his half, about he would get about like
Fuck. Uh-oh. The hell just happened?
$100. Your mom will get
No,
100.
I'm saying
if you had a,
your
I'm just
mama
saying
has
your
had-
mom will get $100. If you had a
I'm
host, you would
saying-
get 50.
I'm saying your mama has had a few good days lately, but before that, we were doing much better than him.
Okay.
Anyway.
Fuck him.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but
Okay,
your mama's
I
very
get
talented.
it. So, yeah. That's pretty much that. Moral of the story? They're all fucking retarded. Looks cool. Thumbnail, maybe? It stays lit up for a while. But it doesn't light up when it does that. Don't mind me. Dun 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 dun. Anyway. But yeah, folks. Dudes and dudettes, peeps and peepettes, that's pretty much it. I think I basically went over everything I was going to talk about. So, recapping, we talked about Sweet Tea and how fucking dumb and retarded she is. You know, the stupid shit that she does and says, and accusations, and fucking just being late, and this and that. Like, the list goes on and on and on. She's a fucking idiot. Get her, Keem, if you happen to see this, get her the fuck off of live. Read the comments. See what people are saying, man. Get her the fuck off of live. She does not fit on live. It's not a good fit. She doesn't belong there. There's a stark difference between the way she was on bus and now on live. She's like I said before, it's like some invasion of the body snatchers type shit. She's like a completely different fucking person. Before on bus, she was actually entertaining. You know, it was good content, funny, etc., etc. This and that. It's not that now. She's out of place. She's uncomfortable. You can see it. She's quiet most of the time, looking down at her fucking phone, not paying attention to anything, not knowing what's going on or fucking anything. I don't know if she watches the other shows, but it seems like she doesn't really watch anything, because anytime anything is mentioned, her big contribution to the discussion is, really? Oh, really? She looks like she aged about 10 years in the last fucking month. She's just straight up on live now. She's just straight up fucking nonsense, brother. Talking to Keem. She's a fucking clueless, naive, backwoods, white trash. I'm not even gonna say trailer trash. Fucking shack trash. Low IQ, whatever. She's an idiot. She's a retarded fucking retard, okay? You know this. And typically, and she's a locale. Now, typically, a retarded locale retard would be content. And on Bus with Scooter, she was just that. It was content, it was entertaining, it was funny, you know? I had no problems with her up until just this past few days, week or whatever, before, when she was given the invite, and then went and talked to Mammy, and then Mammy done said, well, you don't know them people, they might snatch you up and sex traffic you. And this bitch, oh my fucking god. Keem, man, if you see, again, like, I don't know if you do. I know, you keep tabs on me. I don't know how often you watch or whatever, but I know periodically, you know what I'm doing. But seriously, dude, get her the fuck off of Locale Live. Put her on fucking Bus with Scooter and fucking move on. And then, there's Booster. Is he entertaining? Sometimes, yes. But he's another one where it's just a bunch of the same, like, I don't know, man. Like, ever since he left, obviously, Locale Live hasn't been the same. Since Keem left, it really hasn't. Between Boogie and Booster and Sweet Tea and Rastov, all four of them are notorious non-tent motherfuckers. Like, I talked about Boogie before. Boogie himself, when he's not in character, actually seems like a good dude, a funny guy, like, whatever. And he's a good actor when he wants to be. I've talked about this as well. Going back to, the collaborations with Jesse and stuff like that. And when he's doing Francis and this and that. But then going in and out of other characters, kind of like the movie Glass, going from one character, one personality to the other. He's a good actor. He is. He really is. He seems like a good dude, decent dude, funny guy, and a good actor. But in LCU, he is not. He's a piece of shit. He's like fucking despicable, cringy as fuck, bad actor, and I don't know. It's like the complete again with him too. I was talking about with Sweet Tea last night. Like, I don't know if there's a certain directive that they're following, to basically rage bait, which is a possibility. It is the LCU after all, but I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Rastov, I never really cared for either way. All these different positions that he's had. He's basically like the head of the fucking LCU next to Keem and then Mike. But I don't know, man. It's pretty crazy. But again, live is just a shell of what it once was. Talking peak live, 5, 6 to 8K consistent viewers every night. Same thing with Queens. You know, I don't know, man. But yeah, aside from that, I don't know. And again, you have people on these shows and on main shows making really good money that completely 100% take it for granted, and they just don't even realize the awesome opportunity that they have. And, you know, they come into these shows with no filming experience whatsoever, no online experience, no camera time, don't know how to talk on camera, don't know how to talk to other people, don't know how to be funny, don't know how to carry a conversation, don't know how to come up with show ideas and show notes, what you could do on that show, future shows, etc. Come up with fucking dono goals, come up with fucking goals for gifteds, things like that. Plan IRL stuff, actually do IRL stuff. Thor! Hang on a second. Thor! I heard a thud. Hold on. Puppy. Hi. What are you doing? You okay? My baby boy. Alright. My good boy's okay. But yeah, you know, doing all this stuff, going, having a little meeting 10-15 minutes before you go live, making sure that the stream is running smoothly, that your internet is good, the stream is running smoothly, the quality's good, looks good, sounds good, nothing's lagging, this and that and the other. All of these things to which they do none of. Okay? Again, like specifically, I'm just gonna name one person, just one out of a list of many, but Sweet Tea on Locale Live doesn't do any of what I just mentioned and is late on top of it. How the fuck are you late to an online job that you work from home? You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to commute anywhere. Yada, yada, yada. It's fucking insanity. And then these people also that come into these shows that not only do they have zero experience with anything, but they don't even know the lore of the LCU, who their fucking co-hosts are, who Keem is, Mike, Angry Grandpa, Tina, this and that. Like, they know nothing. Sweet Tea literally tried out because she thought she maybe had a chance to talk to Keem. And look at her now. Her dumb ass is on fucking Locale Live, the #1 fucking show in the LCU. Yeah, exactly, Viper. It's one huge shit show. I mean, it always has been, but very much so now. It's literally like unwatchable. It's like unbearable to watch. All they do is talk, going laggy. Come on, OBS. All they do is talk over each other, yell over each other, talk over fucking donos, fucking not pay attention. The bitch is fucking looking down because she's looking at her fucking chat on her goddamn piece of shit Obama phone with her fucking shitty ass fucking internet. Is too stupid to realize that you could open multiple windows on one fucking on your fucking monitor, shit like that. Like, dude, there's just a whole list of stuff like that, and there's multiple people in the same category that do the same thing. And it's just like, damn, like, I would love the opportunity to be on a show like that and make that kind of money, because I understand, Keem, make me a fucking host on a show, or at least give me an intern role so I could, start coming in on other shows. I don't have to go in members waiting. I just go on, this and that and the other. The only reason I haven't tried out, and probably why I'm literally not on a show at this point, again, like I said many times, I just haven't found the right show with the right people at the right time. It just hasn't happened. I've talked about in other streams on, when I tried out this and that, but like as it stands right now, like if Keem said right now, okay, I'll give you a whole stroll. What show do you want to be on? I don't even know right now. So it would have to be an intern role, because so that way I could come into shows and find what show I'd like to be on. But all these shows are falling apart right now, so it's kind of hard to say. I think Crypt would be fitting, but not with fucking Tech. I can't stand that fucking fat fucking weird. I can't stand that fat fuck. He's another fucking reject of rejects. Maybe Local Alpha with Phantom, but he's on when I'm at work. Usually I either get off at 7 or 8 p.m. and he streams from 6 to 8 Central Standard Time. So it would have to be 9 o'clock or later. It would have to be a nighttime show at 9 o'clock or later, but that's literally it. So if I was given an opportunity to go on a show, I don't even know what the show would be. So I could be a host, but it'd be better for me just to be an intern right now, so that way I can hop on to different shows, and I'm not, I don't have to go on anything in particular with whoever, and then, just find the right show with the right people at that point. But right now, yeah, I think it would be Phantom would make a good co-host with me at the moment. And unlike a lot of these fucking imbeciles, like a stream like last week or whatever, what ETX or what can ETX bring to the LCU? Again, one, I have a fucking history online, on YouTube, on other social media, filming content, making content, editing videos. I know how to talk on camera. I know how to talk to other people. I know how to be funny and fucking add comedy into it. Just, banter back and forth, bounce ideas off of one another. I could come up with show ideas and show notes and fucking actually plan shows, IRL stuff, actually do IRL stuff. I have a fucking full setup. I'm not fucking portrait on my phone fucking upside down and shit like that. I have a full setup. I know how to run OBS, which again, people on Local Live, Sweetie doesn't know how to run. She doesn't even know how to run a phone, let alone OBS. The only thing I haven't dealt with as far as OBS is anything to do with TTS, and it's for the simple fact that I'm not monetized yet. But once I am, I'm sure I'll figure that out as well. I mean, I'm self-taught, aside from being on a Discord call with Phantom one night for like 20-30 minutes or something like that. He was helping me out with some finer details logistically with fucking audio and whatnot. But yeah, I think I would be a good fit on, it just depends what the show. But, I could definitely be a host. I'm fine with being a co-host, whatever, bringing other people in, doing this, doing that. All these shows, it's not fair for the heft of everything to be put on one person. Everybody should have OBS and know how to do everything. That way, one host could start the show and fucking, put up a dono goal, and then like, hey, Tech, set a goal for and this many gifted subs, we'll do this. All right, sure, I got you. And then he could go on to do whatever, like back and forth, dude. But it's not like that. It's one person basically fucking doing everything, and these other fucking morons just show up. It shouldn't be like that. It should be a fucking requirement for every host, co-host, and intern to know OBS and to run OBS, to have a history online, to have a history making and filming content. Unless you're like some standout, like, oh my God, you're such a fucking personality, you're such a character, it doesn't matter what you know, we got to get you on a show. But aside from that, any host, co-host, intern, these need to be qualifications. It can't just be fucking anybody. That's the way it should be. And that's fair. But it's not like that. These motherfuckers don't even know what they're getting into. They don't understand the scope of it. And it's just infuriating to people like me that do know. And this is what I'm watching. When, in essence, I'm like, it could be me up there. And it would be much better. I don't know. Like, I'm open to a lot of different things. I've never been drama-based on YouTube or online. The only time I've really been into any type of drama is since I've been in the LCU, which has been just about a year now. So I'm open to doing different things, but it just depends, man. But, yeah, I want to get on a show with somebody that I actually like and get along with and then can work with. You know what I mean? And I can do the same things they can do. So that way it's not focused on one person having to do everything and then also keep the show going as well. It could be taken off and then the weight spread evenly. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't that sound fair? Fuck. Anyway, that's what I think about all that. So, that has been reacting to LCU drama. Yes. So anyway, guys, yeah, I think that's about it, unless anybody has anything else to say. I'm trying to think if there's anything last minute. Let me think. And yeah, the last time I came up on any shows, before, the last time was, until recently, was, the other shows I've been on, Locale Queens, fucking Locale Live, Locale Milkers, when I tried out for Dark, but then it turned into another show. It turned into a girls show, so, and then being on panel in the BBU, and then up until just recently, I came on panel in the LCU on Locale Alpha with Phantom, and we had 2 good shows. Each, it was 2 nights in a row, and we had a good time. Yeah, I think so too. That Alpha's a good match, but we shall see. It seems like he doesn't want to change time for whatever reason, and he's, actually, Alpha and Crypt are the 2 lowest performing shows in the LCU. Every night, it's under 20 people, sometimes single digits. For an LCU show, that's pretty crazy, so I don't know, I don't know, but yeah, or maybe somebody else will come along. I don't know. Again, all these shows are falling apart. People are quitting left and right, getting fired, whatever, this and that. Even though all those words, like I said, have no meaning in the LCU, being quit, fired, and banned, because none of it ever sticks unless you're a Voldemort, like Becky or fucking what the hell is her name? Grace Thorpe, shit like that, or fucking, a PDF, like fucking weirdo ass CD-ROM, which I always had a feeling of this whole time. I'm a pretty good judge of character and a reader of people. That's one of my strengths, and I always knew something was off with fucking CD. And I was right. But yeah, man, I don't know, we just shall see what happens. Again, it has to be, the right show with the right people at the right time. And, I work a, an IRL job. 40 hours a week, 5 days a week, 9 hours a day, just going to work and back. I'm gone 11 hours a day if I don't go anywhere else. So usually when I get home at like 9 o'clock or whatever, like I'm fucking beat, and that's usually I'll come home and chill for a little bit and go live. Like tonight, I got home and I pretty much went live, not too long after getting home. Because usually if I sit around for too long or whatever, then I'm just like too tired. I'm like, So, but yeah. I think that's pretty much it. Overall, a good stream tonight. On when you guys catch the replay, I'm curious to hear your thoughts as well. So tell me what you think of these things. And yeah, so let me have like another sippy poo, and I'm gonna grab one more actually. And depending on what Thor is doing, maybe he could do the outro with me. But aside from that, yeah, Alpha or Phantom, he's a good dude. He helped me out with some technicalities in OBS as far as some audio and stuff, and the streams have been running. They were running smoothly before that, but I was having some issues with some things, and since like he walked me through every little thing, and the streams have been running perfectly. Aside from OBS lagging out, every so often for like 1 to 3 seconds. I don't know. I still don't know why it does that, but that's whatever. But, that's not his fault. Obviously, it's been doing that no matter what my settings are at. Not exactly sure there. But and like I said, I just set up my new router that came in. I have Verizon, and I just set up the new router tonight. It's the taller one, the gray rectangular box. It looks like a little monolith. It's like double the size of the previous model. The white, square box is like twice the size. And we shall see how it goes. And actually, my co-host just strutted into the room here. Where are you at? Hi, hon. Hi. I don't know if you can hear him or not. Tell me if you can hear him. Hi, baby. Hi. Yeah. You my good boy. Your daddy's good boy. And yeah, if you want to see any Thor content, just go over to my shorts. And there's about, I don't know, like my last 20 shorts or so have been centered around Thor. They have been Thor. Usually greeting me when I come home from work and then playing with him for a little bit. After that, like we have the same routine every night. He greets me and then I play with him for, 10 minutes or so. And it's like that every night. And he kind of does the same thing every time I come home from work, or if I'm gone for a little bit and then I walk in the house, or when he's sleeping and then he wakes up, we give him his little mushies and stuff like that, or anytime I'm sleeping and then I wake up, same thing. And he typically, for the most part, he sleeps with me every night, and I sleep in different places in the house. Usually if I'm not in my room, I sleep on the couch a lot or in the guest bedroom, but no matter where I'm at, he typically, like 99% of the time, sleeps with me. So he's my good boy. He's my best friend. He really is, though. We came into each other's lives at the perfect time. I talked about this before, too. He's a rescue, and I adopted him, and yeah, we came into each other's lives at the perfect time, and he's been the best. He's a good boy. He's like a dog in a lot of ways. Right, honey? Yeah. Are you a doggy? Or a kitty? Huh? Or a doggy kitty? You're silly. But that's my good boy. Alright, grab one more. I'm gonna pop one more claw. Snick it. Like Wolverine. Snick it. S-N-I-K-T. Right? That's how it's worded in the comics. Snick it. By the way, this is a Sid Wilson hoodie. DJ Starscream. My baby boy. Ooh, hey, stinky butt. My stinky stink. Who's my stinky boy? Oh, I gotta pee again, too. I'll be right back. Alrighty then. Well, that is about it, people. I might get on the game for a few after this. Red Dead 2, and which I'll also live stream. Like I said, I don't know if it'll be if I get on the game, it probably won't be for that long. I'll probably just same thing like I was doing last night. Just do ride around for a little bit, go on a few, kill crazy killing sprees, and that's pretty much it. And I still haven't gotten a new controller. I haven't really been playing much the last 2 or 3 weeks, and that's a big reason to that, because I have major stick drift. I have 3 controllers, and one of them just completely just died, and the other 2 have major stick drift. It's really bad. So it's like I said last night. It's kind of hard to aim when you're fucking spinning, or ride your horse when you're going in all different directions and shit like that. And then, when you're streaming, and I'm good on Red Dead. I'm good on fucking Warzone. But when you're playing and you have this stick drift, it makes it look like, what the fuck are you doing? I still try and do as good as I can through that, but it's difficult. So I may or may not get on the game, but if I do, then I'll be live in a little bit with commentary as well, just talking through the controller. I have, obviously I have a headset, gaming headsets, whatever, but I'm just going to be using the controller because I found that it sounds pretty good, actually. Just on my TV in the front room, But, yeah. If you want to hit me up on the game, by the way, and when I say the game, I just mean PlayStation overall, because I have the same name, I think, on pretty much every game that I play. But I usually cycle between a few, between Call of Duty Warzone, Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA 5, different Mortal Kombat games, fucking Alien, what is it that I have? Not Isolation, Alien, Elite Team, Alien Teams. What the fuck is that shit called? Aliens. You know what I'm talking about. Whatever. But I cycle between, these games. But my gamer tag on pretty much everything is ETX 213, ETX 213. So, if you want to get on the game with me, well, depending on what I'm playing, hit me up on the game. Send me a friend request on, each game or whatever. Let me know that you're from the channel, so I know. And then when I get monetized here shortly, sooner than later, one of the perks, also like I talked about before, one of the channel membership perks will be members only gaming streams. There will be other perks. I'm just saying one of them, but not just a members only gaming stream they get to watch, but members only lobbies in the game, so you can actually play with me while we're streaming and also talking and commentate, and then you'll see that live, and then that replay will still be up. So I think that's a pretty cool incentive in and of itself, and it's kind of unique. I know, some streamers do that, but they try and steer away from that because then they get stream sniped and this and that, but we'll work out the logistics and we'll get it going good. But yeah, that'll be one of the perks. One in the few. But yeah. So yeah, ETX 213 on the game, PS5. Okay. Aside from that, though, this is a wrap. It's been a good stream. Had a good time. It was kind of a polar opposite of last night, where I was like going over the top most of the time, yelling and just swearing and getting pissed off, even though it was like more or less, like in a, what's the word I'm looking for? It was just like in good fun, more or less. But yeah, I was getting like legit pissed off here and there and whatever and blah, blah, blah. And that mixed with, a few claws and stuff like that. But tonight, I think was much different than last night, where I recapped what I went over last night. Again, just briefly at the end of the stream here, I was reacting to LCU drama, being Sweet Tea being a fucking dumbass, fucking retarded idiot. Vixie's face reveal, fucking thickety thick, and his bullshit, and a few other, commentary on a few others. Talking about, trying to become an intern and or host. Just, haven't found the right show with the right people at the right time. But I think it will happen here. Yeah, there's other people in the LCU that I'm friends with that I could message about it that I haven't yet. And again, mainly just because I don't know. Like, even if I was given intern right now, well, yeah, I got, when I'm not at work, and actually this weekend I have a 3-day weekend. I have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. But yeah, I could hop into other shows and hop in here, hop in there, and I don't act like a fucking retard and be fucking retarded. And I think people will want to see more. Of course, no matter what you do online, you're gonna have fucking haters. You're gonna have trolls. No matter what. Doesn't matter who you are, what you put out. Of course, you're gonna have your fans, your viewers, your army, which in case you guys, fans and viewers of mine, you are Thor's going goofy as a zoomies. You're in the ETX army, okay? But no matter what you do, you're gonna have fucking retards that fucking hate. But whatever, it doesn't really matter because there's a saying that any publicity is good publicity. That's not always necessarily true, but online, as a content creator, that's pretty much true. Because regardless if you're talking shit or praising, not just, talking good or talking shit, liking, unliking, in the comments, in the chat, talking shit or talking good, regardless, it's all engagement. It's all considered engagement. Good or bad, in YouTube and Google's eyes, it's engagement. So all it does, regardless if you're talking shit or not, all it does is help out you in the algorithm and putting your content out to more people. So, hate, don't hate, it's whatever, as the kids like to say. But yeah. So yeah, here's to you. Again, whatever you're smoking on, vaping on, drinking on, fucking on, whatever on, my ons, I'm just vaping on some, get this, Geek Bar, Pulse X, Cool Mint. I only vape mint. I was talking about this the other night. But yeah, this is not bad, but these things are going up for this one in particular. I need to start buying my shit online again, because these little convenience stores and stuff are stupid. Gas stations, convenience stores, fucking $30 for this thing. It lasts a week or two or whatever, so I guess whatever. But yeah, so I got my Cool Mint, my mint. That's right, ETX or hashtag ETX Army. Goddamn right. Yeah. Need to charge this motherfucker. Goddamn. Isn't that a time to fucking go to 0? Even though it's on 0, you could still vape when it's in the lower. There's 2 modes, Pulse and. No, it doesn't say, but in the middle, and still vapes. And of course, I'm drinking on White Girl Status Black Cherry White Claws, which Keem, I don't think he knows, but unknowingly, most likely, got me hooked on. Never drank any really hard seltzers, never got into that. I've always been a beer guy, liked my beer, got into craft beer years ago for a short time. Would like to get into that again, but yeah, I just liked my beer, specifically my Coors Banquet glass bottle shorties. But like back I don't know 6-7 months ago, I always saw Keem drinking these and other people, whatever. Keem always talked about them, how they were good and this and that, and. I think I may have tried it for the first time at my younger brother's wedding. He also had Happy Dad there and one of the little refrigerators, and that was pretty good. And then there was different White Claws, and I had a couple flavors, didn't really like them. But then I came across the black cherry, which black cherry is the best. Yeah, they're easy to drink. They taste good. You know, you drink them in quick succession. You get a nice little buzz, and that's all I'm ever after as far as drinking. I don't drink to get drunk or shit-faced, out of control, sloppy, falling over, slurring, all that stuff. I just drink to get a nice little buzz and to feel good. And I want to start getting into some THC again. It's been a while. I need to get a. I was talking about that last night. I want to get a THC vape pen. But yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm vaping on. That's what I'm drinking on, and that's that. So, my lovely people, if you enjoyed the stream, which I hope you did, I always try to, you know, be as entertaining as possible and try not to be as cringy as possible. I try and steer away from that, but, you know, we're all our harshest critic. You know, we're all our worst enemy. I always watch pretty much all my stuff back. These streams, I don't sit there. I'll skip through it, but some of the stuff I like, some of the stuff I'm like, oh God, you know. But I think anybody is very judgmental of their own self, especially us content creators online. We're very judgmental of ourselves. Excuse me. But anyway, so yeah, it's been a good stream. So if you enjoyed the stream like I did, go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Excuse me. Whew, that's one thing I don't like about the claws, man. They're carbonated. It's like drinking pop. You know. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you think. You know, comment about anything I've talked about, what your thoughts are on said people that I talked about in the LCU. Sweetie, Vixie, Gemini, Vixie's fucking face reveal, Gemini fucking redirecting to his personal channel, quitting, making his fucking version of the BBU, all this dumb bullshit. Yeah, share the stream if you feel so inclined. When you subscribe, as always, be sure to hit the notification bell and set it to all. So that way, you get notified every time I upload a new video, a new short, or go live like right now. Like a little bit, I'm probably going to go live on Red Dead Redemption for a little bit. You'll see that notification. If you haven't set to all, you'll see the notification. And yeah. And lastly, again, like I say at the beginning, at the end of every video, every stream, whatever, since I'm not monetized yet, but I'm very close now. I'm over 1,000 subscribers. I'm actually getting close to 1,100, and I'm getting close to the 3,000 watch hours to get that first tier of monetization, being channel memberships, super chats, and merch through YouTube. But monetarily, if you want to contribute to me in the channel, you could do so by super chatting via Cash App, which is right there at ETX666. When you send whatever you send, there's an option to leave a message. So, in your message, you know, leave your comment, ask your question, whatever. And that, in turn, will be your super chat. Makes sense, right? If I see it while I'm live, of course, I'll respond to it and read it aloud when I'm live. If I see it on the live stream replay, then, of course, I will respond to it and read it aloud live the next time I'm live. 100% for sure guaranteed. Either way you slice it, I'll respond to it. Comments, I respond to everything as much as I can at the moment. While I can, you know, I pretty much respond to everything. Even if it's liking, thumbs upping or hearting your comment, I respond to everything. So, and by the way, you don't have to consume my media, my content, just here on YouTube. I'm on all platforms. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on fucking Twitter. I'm on everything. And it's ETX across the board. One may be ETX 213. One may just ETX across the board. My links to everything are in each bio. My links are in my YouTube bio. Go over to Instagram. My links are in my my links are everywhere. Okay. Yeah. So you don't have to just watch my content here, or if you want to, see other stuff, other photos and videos that you don't see here, like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, etc., etc. Twitter mainly, I just pretty much share all my streams and stuff like that, and then post here and there. But Instagram, everything pertaining to my YouTube channel, TikTok too. I need to get back in the flow of updating that all the time. Like, I'm very behind on that. That's one thing. Starting a YouTube channel from scratch in 2024, 2025, you have to, as consistent as you are on one platform, being YouTube, you need to be just as consistent and vigilant on other platforms. On everything. If I'm putting out a VOD, I need to post about it on Instagram. I need to post about it on TikTok. I need to post about it on fucking Twitter. And then when I do put the video out, upload the video out, or go live, I need to share it. And you need to do that consistently. Fucking description of whatever you're doing. Tags, hashtags. Dude, it's a fucking hassle. It's a pain in the ass, but, and I'm slacking on that end of it, keeping up with the other social medias, but I need to really get back into that. I need to get going with the long form content, masks, collectibles, comics, movie prop replicas, etc., etc. More gaming. I need to get my fucking controller so when I'm standing still, so I can actually stand still and aim correctly and I'm not fucking spinning and shit. But yeah, with these things, it's easier, much easier said than done. But I am going to try, okay? And that's all I can say. And that being said, I'm going to take another sippy poo, as the legendary Mr. Leahy would say from Trailer Park Boys, and another vapey poo. And then we're going to call this good, all right? So, here's to you. And here's to you. Even though it's at 0%, I should have a vape or two left. So, that being said, I already said that. That's it. So, if you want to see more content like this, then stay tuned, and my co-host Thor and I, will see you right there, later.